Hello, hello. Happy Monday. Hello, my friends. How is everybody doing? Happy Monday, my friends. Say hello as you come in. Let me know how are you doing. I'm gonna put my brushes super quick. I'm gonna put them away. Am I gonna use this one? But the other ones would go to different place. Say hello as you come in, my friends. Hope everybody is having a good day. If I don't do this, I'm gonna forget. And I don't like that. I like taking care of my stuff. Hello, Janet. How are you, my dear? Happy Monday. Happy Monday, my friends. Okay, my iPad is working. Alrighty, my friends. So today we are going to use a rub and transfer from Essential Stencil. And we're going to use this. I like this beautiful bunny's bunny portraits. And we're going to use one, okay? I think I like more the bunny with the flowers. I think that is going to look super cute. And we're going to use it in this pine board, okay? So I'm going very vintage and with a little bit of rustic. I want a little bit dark colors around the edges. So I can't wait to do this. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, my dear. So happy you're doing good, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, Kathy. How are you, my friends? How are you doing, Kathy? It's so nice seeing you here, my dear. Hi, Sandra. How are you, my dear? Happy Monday, my friends. So tonight we're going to use some rub and transfers. We're going to use this, one of these two bunnies. I'm thinking I'm going to go with the flowers, with the floral. And also I want to do a small project. And I want to use another bunny. And I'm thinking maybe this one or maybe this one. So you guys are gonna help me to pick. But today we're gonna use just rub and transfers, okay? And we're gonna go vintage. So we're going to kind of like a mix some colors. I don't have vintage white, but we're gonna make vintage white paint. So you see the colors that I use for that. But I'm excited. I'm excited to do this with you, my friends. Sprinkle the love, my dears. Thank you so much for being here. I'm doing good, Kathy. How are you feeling, my friend? Last time we talked, I know you weren't feeling well. You and your hubby. Hope you're feeling much better. It's a good seeing you here, my dears. Alrighty, so the transfer will be for later. So we are going to start working with our wood. So let me move my wood. As you come in, my friends, say hello. And if you are new to my Facebook page, let us know so we can welcome you. Thank you so much for being here. So I'm going with a vintage white. Okay, I want antique white. So I have this chalk paint. This is pure white. I like it, but I don't want too white. I want an antique white. So I'm going to mix this with a little bit of brown. And I'm using raw umber, okay? So I'm gonna give that look, that tone. So I'm going to get this chalk paint is white. And with the burn raw umber, just a pinch, just a little bit, we're gonna give the tone. Okay, so we have some white here. Gonna close. I know, Kathy, it's that time, my friend, when everybody's getting sick. I know, my friend. But I'm glad you're feeling much better, my dear. It's not fun at all when you're sick. I totally understand that, my dear. Yep. Okay, so raw umber. And just maybe 2 drops, maybe 1 more. Okay, so 3 drops of raw umber, and we're gonna mix it up. I'm gonna get a wet stick. And that's how we're gonna get that antique white. And we're gonna mix this. And then my white is not a bright white anymore. Now my white has the antique white look. Okay, can you see it from there? And if I have some gray, I do have a gray here, just 1 drop as well. That's how you make your antique white. So maybe just like that, maybe less. Okay. And then we're going to mix it. And now we don't have a bright white, now we have a antique white. And this is the color that I want. Okay, can you see it? Hi Marta, how are you, my dear? Happy Monday. Yes, Sandra, me too, my friend. So get your white color, any white. I'm using chalk paint. And then with I did three drops of raw umber. And then my white turned into antique white. And just 1 small drop of gray. This is Manatee Gray from Beautifl. So now my color looks more antique, and that's the color that I want. Okay, so here is the color that we are gonna use for our wood. Sweet. So now I have my mix all together. And we are just going to start painting the pine board. So I want to see, I'm going to remove the sticker. I think I bought this wood from Hobby Lobby, if I am not mistaken. Pine plaque. I think this is from Hobby Lobby. I don't want the sticker on the back. So now we're just going to remove that. Okay, let me see how I want it. Okay, I want it like this. Okay? Hi, Mimi. How are you, my dear? Happy Monday. Marta, you love mixing paints. Right, girl? They're so much fun. They are so much fun. I love it too. All right, so now we have our antique white. And I'm going to start first in the center. Okay, so we are using, we're gonna use Essential Stencil Rub and Transfers, and we are using the bunny portrait. It's a big, it's one of the big bunnies. I will show you in just a little bit. And I'm gonna use that. I haven't used that for a while, so I'm excited to use that today with you. And if I have enough time, like if I don't go over my time, I will do another small project using a different transfer. But today we are doing a Easter spring home decor. So I really like this color. I love it. And when you are painting your board, you can either use a flat brush or you can use a foam rolling, you know, the brush. All right, we're gonna do one coating there, and then we're gonna now start doing on the edges. Let me get your comments. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Hi, Narita. ¿Cómo estás, hermosa? Welcome. Hi, Brenda. How are you doing, my friend? Happy Monday. Happy crafting day. Anybody is crafting with me? How was your weekend, my friends? Comment below. How was your weekend? Thank you so much for being here. It's a new week. Any plans for this new week? Are you doing any event? Are you having any sales? Comment below, let us know. We are here to support each other. If you have a booth, are you restocking your booth? Are you done with your Christmas decorations or winter decorations? Comment below, my friend. Honestly, I have to go to my booth because I still have some Christmas decor in my booth. So yeah. So no, my booth is not it's not ready for Valentine's yet. So I'm hoping sometime this week I can go and bring some of my Christmas decor. I am going to leave some of the winter ones, and I'm going to bring, I'm taking some Valentine's and Easter decor already for my booth. What about you, my friends? You're so sweet, Narita. Thank you. So you're planning crafting later, Sandra? That is so sweet. Thank you, my dear. Enjoy your dinner, my friend. Hi, Susan. How are you, my friend? Thank you so much for being here. Happy Monday, my sweet friend. Nice, Kathy. Yes, my dear, reorganizing, moving stuff, that takes time, my friend. So yes, it's not fun, but you know, you have to do it because you need it. I'm the same way, Kathy. When I have something like I really want to work on my, either organizing my studio or my own home, I have to do it. So I skip everything and I just focus on that. I'm glad you're being busy and reorganizing your craft room, moving furniture, and watching some football. That is super cool. I was watching football as well this weekend. It was fun. All right, here we go with the second base coating, okay? But this is my first base coating. What do you think? I like it, but now I'm gonna focus more on the inside, okay? I'm gonna focus on the inside because I'm gonna distress on the edges, okay? So the edges, that's not a problem, my friend, but the inside, I want a more antique white. Let me get your comments, my friends. Let me see, my iPad will show it. Thank you, Narita, for sprinkling the love. Thank you, my dear. Sandra, I have not taken down my home Christmas decor. Okay, Sandra, so you're like me. I still have some Christmas decorations in my booth. I know, my friend. It takes time. It takes time. Oh, yes, Sandra, definitely. You, like when I do this reorganizations, like I'm moving my furnitures and doing all the stuff, I feel less like, less stressing and less things to do. And I love it. I love the different look. I love the different, because I am those person, like I move everything. I don't like having one thing sitting there for a while. I try to switch and bring new things, putting stuff that I don't use to my garage. So I need to do that. Hi, Cheryl. How are you, my friend? I didn't see you coming in. How are you doing, my friend? So Cheryl is taking Valentine's and St. Patrick to the shop tomorrow. Woohoo, my friend. Happy for you. I don't have too much St. Patrick home decor. I don't sell that a lot in my booth. Maybe, yes, for football. Yes, my dear. I know, Susan, they are going to play today. I think I'm going to catch the game. Yes, definitely I'm watching that game, my friend. Definitely. My team lost yesterday. The Jaguars. But it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. But it was exciting. It was a fun game. So I enjoyed all the afternoon watching football. Alrighty, so here we go with the second base coating with this antique white. I mixed white and a little bit of brown, and that is how I got this color, okay? So I'm just using my flat synthetic brush. And now, after I finish here, I am going to bring my transfer. So my friend, that transfer that I'm going to use today, it is available on Essential Stencil. And they are having big sales with transfers, my friend. So if you are interested, you can go to the website and they are doing a free shipping for the month of January. Free shipping, my friend. And they're bringing new bundles, transfers. They are restocking other transfers that they are very popular. And for the 3 weeks, every week, they're gonna bring either restock some of the transfers that they are very popular or new ones. So the bunny, the one that I'm gonna use today for my project, it is part of that, I have the name, Ready for a Spring bundle. So that is available on the bundle collection that they are offering. And you are going to get beautiful, beautiful transfers for spring and Easter. I have some of those and I will show you, but these bunnies, they're just beautiful, my friend. So if you're interested, the link for the bundle is in my description, or for the single bunny for the portraits, they're also available. And you can save 10% extra off if you use my ambassador code that is happy 10 off. All right. So I made enough paint, perfect for this board. So now we're gonna dry this quick. And then we're gonna bring the transfer back here. Oh, yes, I love it. Hi, Yuri. How are you, my friend? How are you doing? Hi, Marilyn. How are you, my dear? Happy 10 off plus free shipping. Ooh, yes, Sandra. I love that. Free shipping, girl. Who doesn't like free shipping? I like it. I take it. I'll take it. And these transfers, they are just beautiful. They look like they are hand painted, for real. They don't look like stickers, rubber transfers, nothing like that. So, in order for our transfer to adhere very good to the wood, you have to make sure your board is all dry, okay? So we're gonna just make sure that inside it's all dry, because I'm going to give some distressing, but first will be my transfer and then I'll do the distressing later. And we're gonna use antique wax as well. I love seeing my girls greeting each other, talking. Woohoo, I love it. Thank you, my dears. Kathy, my team is the Browns. Oh, girl, don't be embarrassed. Oh. Cheryl can wait to see the new pieces. I know, my friend. I know. It is beautiful. New transfers. I love the new transfers. Okay, so this is almost done, my friend. I'm getting the comments. Brenda, your team loves the Packers. I know, my dear. Yes, when it's time for me to watch some football, I sit there and no moving. So yes, Saturday was a fun time watching some football. Yesterday too. And today I'm watching more football. Yes. All right. So this is all dry, and now I'm going to show you. I know. I'm looking forward for that game too tonight. Okay. So here we have, okay? So this is my antique white. Okay? It doesn't look like a white because I want it antique. Okay? So that mix was perfect. All right, so we're gonna sand it before I bring my transfer. So, but this is the transfer that we are going to use today. And we're gonna use this cute bunny, this one with the floral, okay? We're gonna make it antique. But this is part of the Ready for Spring bundle. These mini bunnies, okay, here you have. This one. Okay, so the bundle comes with beautiful collections. We have crosses with florals. So in this month of January, I think this is another bundle. Yeah, this is the winter bundle. I was thinking using this one, but no, I don't think, because I'm going with a different bunny. One thing that I don't want to forget, my friend, is that when you purchase a bundle from Essential Stencil for this month, they're giving $30 off back to the customers, so you can use it for another purchase. Okay, so example, you pay for 120 your bundle, you get my discount, 10% off. You're still gonna get you $30 off, like you're gonna get it back, so you can use it for another purchases. Okay, so they're doing it, Essential Stencil, they're doing it for this month, and no counting that is a free shipping, my friend. So every week, Essential Stencil, they're bringing new bundles. Okay, so if you go to the link that I have in my description, you will see Ready for a Spring bundle, and it will be this ones. This is available for single purchases, but also for bundles. So for bundles, it's better because you're saving money and you're getting more Robin transfers, okay? And for the next week, you're gonna get different bundle. So that's how Essential Stencil, they're doing it this month. And I really like it because they're making it kind of like mystery. You don't know what bundle is next. And I love that. You love the cross, Brenda? I can't wait to do a project. Beautiful crosses. Yes, for Easter. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, here we go. Let me get your comments, my friends. That Chief, I know they're not today. But this year, football was totally different. Some of the teams that we were cheering up, they're not there. But what can we do, right? Football is fun. All right, here we go with our transfer. And let's see. Let me get your comments. All right, I'm not seeing the comments on my iPad. I'm gonna bring this a little more closer, that way I don't have to. Okay, I'm moving you closer to me so I can read your comments, my friends. My iPad is not showing the comments. That two, that rubber, which, let me, this tool, This comes with a bundle. Yes, this one comes with your transfers, my friend. Yes, my dear. Nice. My husband loves watching some college football too, my friend. Yes, Kathy. Yes, that too comes with the transfers. Sandra, you're so sweet. Yes, Mimi, that's an awesome, awesome deal. I love using this tool for my ribbon transfers. Was so much fun. I love it. My boy is a little bit with football, but you know, he's still little. But he's going to like it eventually because I see him. Susan, you ordered the cross one. That is a beautiful one. Yes, 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 my friend. Thank you, Nada. Thank you, my friend. Hi, Kathy. How are you, my friend? Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna get my sender super quick. So I'm gonna use my 220. After you finish painting your board, my friends, make sure you use your 220 sender or gator sender and just make your surface smooth, okay? Because you're using chalk paint, it dries super fast, so you want a smooth background for your transfers, okay? So just very lightly sand where you know your transfer will be attached. So maybe this time, now I can distress some of the edges. And I'm using 80 grit for this one, okay? So I like to show the corners. Maybe a little bit more of the inside. Okay. And right here. All right, so now my edges and board, now it has that distressed look. My friends, let us know if you are new to our Facebook page. We want to welcome you. So now you see my board. Now we have some distress in the corners, edges, same thing in the bottom. Okay, my friend? The comments are coming across too with a delay. I know, Nada. I think that's what is happening with my iPad as well. It has a little delay. That's why I'm not getting the comments right away. Janet, what's the difference between the 80 and the 220? It's the 220 is more when you're sanding your board, you don't want to scrape or give that you know, that rough look. So you're sanding just to make sure you make it soft and even in one area. So I'm just sanding just to give the final touch. But the 80, what I use it is that I can scrape or remove more my paint so it goes more rough. Okay, so I use that for because I really want to pull it out more paint, so that's why. So it's the difference. So the texture as well, this is the 80 and this is the 220. Okay, so this is more for softness and this is more for heavy, you know, removing paint or heavy sanding area. So usually that 80 I use it, but not too much. Okay, but the 220 I use it all the time because that's what I want. I don't want to remove my paint. I want to keep my paint, but I'm just sanding just to make it everything smooth. Hope that makes sense, my friend. Hola, Juanita, ¿cómo estás? Katita, how are you doing, Katy? Alrighty, my friends. So here we go. So now I have my edges. I know where I want my transfer. So this is the bunny that we're gonna use. I'm glad you're feeling much better, Kathy. All right, so my board, let me tell you how big is my board. It's 13 and a half by almost 11, or by 11. So it's 13 and a half, no, I'm lying, 14 by 11, okay? So my bunny is 10 and a half by 8 and a half. So it's 8 and a half, 8 and a half, okay? So my bunny is super cute. Look at that cutie. Yes, Kathy. Be careful, my friend. I know. We are here for you, Kathy. You know we love you, my friend. All right. So, before I bring my transfer to my board, I always warm up my transfer, okay? So a little bit of heat just to make sure when it's time to adhere, to put my transfer to my board, that will stick more faster, okay? You don't have to do this, but I've been doing this for a while and I like it. It works good for me. So if you're new using rub-on transfers, you can try this and see if it works for you, or maybe you don't need it. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna bring my bunny in the center. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more to the center. All right, I think that looks good. So now we're gonna varnish it. We're gonna varnish it and we're going to give some time for the transfer to adhere to the wood. Okay, so here comes the magic. I love doing this. So with my transfer tool, we're going to start varnishing before we start bringing the clear paper back to us. So this is a big transfer, so it's gonna take a little time for you to finish this. So don't rush. Always take your time. Take your time, my friend, when you're using ribbon transfers, okay? And this goes for any ribbon transfer you're using. So here it comes. So you see, I already start picking. I'm gonna start from here. So that clear plastic, that's what I want to start removing it. You don't want to scratch your wood, so you're gonna take your time. So I better listen to my own advice. Bring it back down and continue varnishing. Sometimes you can top coat your project and then use your transfer, but I use my transfers without a top coat, so it works for me. But if you wanna bring your top coat, your sealer before the transfers, you can do that. What's the name of the product you said that you did before you put your transfer down? Which one, my friend? Sanding? The Gator sander? I didn't apply anything. I didn't apply anything, my friend. I just went over with my 220 Gator sander and I make sure my surface was smooth for my transfer. All right, here we go with the other ear. And you see how I'm doing it, my friend? I'm just varnishing. I usually do it like this, points out. So I do it like that, scraping in and out, okay? In the angle position, like that. The bunny is super cute. Thank you, Kathy. I know. Coco the bunny. I love the name, girl. Cheryl, you love the bunnies. I know. They're so stinky cute. Yes. All right, here we go. You see it? Give me some hearts if you can see it very well from there. Eventually, I want to use a StreamYard, so it's software, you know, that I can have an extra camera pointing down. That way you can see my projects better. But it's a little pricey for me. Hopefully I can get that soon. That way you can have a better look to my projects. You can see it more closer. But hopefully you can see it from there, my friend. And one thing from these ribbon transfers, my friend, they don't look like it's a sticker or, you know when it's a transfer. They look like you painted, for real. So definitely, these transfers, they're well made. They're beautiful, and they last for a good amount of time, because I have some home decors from years and they don't fade nothing. They're still looking beautiful. Okay, so we're varnishing. Take your time. If it's a big transfer, your hands might gonna get tired. You can always take a break and come back. Hashtag replay, my friends, if you're watching this video later. Someone else put glass on the bunny. Oh, that is cool. Hi, Cindy. How are you, my dear? Good seeing you here, my friend. Hello, my friend Juanita. ¿Cómo estás, hermosa? Yeah, that glass on the bunny, I think is going to look so beautiful. Yeah, you can use resin over your transfers. Yes, I'm having a delay on my tablet as well. Okay, we're almost done with this. I'm surprised this is moving quick. And we're gonna give that antique look as well. Okay. All right, we just almost done to the bottom part. And we will be finishing with this cute bunny, Coco Bunny. I like the name, Nara, Coco Bunny, Coco the Bunny. Susan, you remember seeing with the glass? Ah, with the glass, I think I saw it too. I see, I think so. I think it was last year. Cindy, you're still feeling better. Oh, my friend, I know. I'm glad you're feeling better, Cindy. It's good seeing you here, my dear. Eyeglasses. Yes, I remember seeing that. I have a stencil of that, I think. Eyeglasses, I think so. I think it was last year. Okay, here we go. Almost done. I know, my friend, the flu is out of control. A lot of people are sick. Okay, so we're almost done with this. Okay, so I rush it up super fast. So I'm going to bring this back here. Okay. There you go. So now, no more. The bunny is now here. Look how cute is this? What do you think? Do you like it? Yes, my friend, we're sending you prayers, Cindy. Yes, my dear, I know. I miss you, girl. Okay, so here's the bunny. Okay, super cute. So now the next step is going to be, because I want to have the antique look, I'm going to bring my my glaze, and I'm going to use a, let's see, I have two different dark colors. Let's see. Okay, maybe I can use, okay. So I'm gonna use the dark, but this is a wax. I want a glaze. Let me see. This is, let me, okay. So I'm gonna use antique glaze, okay? I'm gonna use this one, but I'm gonna water down. Okay, my friends, I'm gonna water down. So I'm gonna put my bunny away because I don't want my board to get any mistake. So we're gonna water down the glaze. So we're gonna just get a small amount. Okay, I like this color. And with a little bit of water, mixing it. Make it more runny. And this is less heavy. Okay. Okay, so now here we have the glaze. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Narita. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, my dear. Thank you, Marta. Okay, so we have that. We bring the bunny here. And then I'm gonna use my baby wipes. I'm gonna use my baby wipes. Okay. With my baby wipes, I'm just going to focus on the edges and see if I like it. So yes. So I'm just going to bring that mix all over here first. And then we're gonna clean it, buff it up. And let me show you. Okay, the look. So I wanted something like that. Okay, more antique, more distressed look. So first I'm doing the edges and then I'm gonna do the inside. Because I want that also the look for my inside. So I'm coming heavy. Cleaning those areas. Okay. You don't have to do this if this is not your style, but this is something that this is my style. I love doing this, giving the vintage look. Okay. Make sure we have here. All right, so here we go. So now, we're going to blend the whole thing with this glaze. Just to give the antique look. And with my paper towel, I'm just going to clean the center. And then just on the edges one more time because I want a little more dark. A little bit more here. Okay. I am coming back. And you can always come back with a clean baby wipes if you want. And I can do that as well. And that's it. Alrighty, my friends. So I think you tell me if you like it. What do you think? So now I remove more of the antique glaze, but now my edges have the antique look. Do you see that? Okay. So in case you want it more darker, bring more of your glaze. Okay. And then let it set for just 4 seconds and then use your paper towel. But if you want to remove extra, I use the baby wipes. Okay, my friends, but it looks beautiful. I like the edges. I like the look. And that is what I want. Okay, so here's an inspiration for you. There you go. And we're gonna dry this quick. You like it? Yay, yay, yay for that. Thank you, my girls. Thank you so much. So now we're gonna bring a little bit of gold just on the edges. And I'm gonna leave it like that because I want more kind of like a antique home decor. So extra touch. With my gold, and then we're gonna do the other small project, but we're gonna do a little bit different for the other one. But before I bring my gold, I have to make sure this is all dry. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Juanita. Thank you, my friends. And then when this is dry, which it is all dry, so now I can show you from far away. Okay, so look at those edges. The bottom part. Okay? Just to make it more unique, I need to bring my gold. I want that. So for my gold, I am going to Yes, Brenda, go for it, my friend. Have fun. Have fun, my friend. I really wanna I'm hoping to inspire you so you can do more bunnies, do more home decors. This is fun. This is fun, my friends. All right, now I'm having my wax paste gold. And I'm just going to use my palette tool. Here you have some gold, and just add those extra touches in random places. Okay, because I want the gold to show more. Okay. A little bit more of the gold. The other project is going to be super a small project, super easy. So I'm blending my gold, and then here, definitely I have to bring that area too. So I'm gonna use my finger for that. Yeah. My friends, if for some reason I am missing your comments, I'll always come back and reply back to you. Okay? And now we're gonna bring the gold up here. And there you go. Do you see the gold from there? Do you see the edges? That looks great on the edges, right? I know, I love it. Give me some hearts. Maybe right now you don't see it too much because it's nighttime, but tomorrow it's gonna show more. Always in the morning, all the projects look so different and beautiful. Maybe a little more heavy because I like gold. I don't mind using a lot of gold. But try to be just, you know, gentle. Because I'm going with the vintage look, antique. So I don't want to just use a lot of gold. Ooh. Okay. Thank you, my friends. Thank you so much. Tomorrow you're gonna see the final look for Coco the bunny. I can see the gold from here. Looks so beautiful. All right, so this is one project. So the other project, the one that we're gonna do next, is another different bunny. Okay, so this is one. Thank you, my girls. So now we're gonna do for a small project. So maybe we can put the bunny here. There you go. Okay, you stay there. It looks super cute. I love it, and I love the gold. Just a little bit of gold makes it just perfect. Alrighty, my friends. So again, I used the portrait bunny, and this comes with 2 bunnies, so you still have 1 more bunny to do. So that will be for our next project. So it's this one. Welcome, Diana. I see a new friend, Diana. Hello. Hi, Diana. How are you, my friend? Welcome, my dear. Thank you, my friends. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to do another bunny. But this is going to be, let me see. I'm thinking more different color, pink. So I have a perfect chalk paint for that. Well, let me see. All right, let me see which one. You love the yellow flowers in the back. For which one, my friend? For which one, Juanita? This rubber transfers, all of them, they have flowers. All right, let's see. So if you get this vintage floral bunnies, you get, look, a lot of bunnies, different styles. Some of them with more florals, some of them with less florals. Easter eggs. They're so cute. Look at this one. So yes, so when you get your transfer, you get 2 sheets of transfers, okay? So that is amazing. I love that. All right, so maybe I can use this. I like this color. We'll see if I can use this one. I just want to make sure it fits perfect for my... No, it's way too big. I think maybe I use... Okay, I think I'm going to stay with the original one. So we're going to do this one. Okay, so we're going to do this, the center with the flowers. And you can use this for your home decor. You can use this for canvases. You can use this for any other project that you have in mind. So we're gonna use this bunny, and now I want yellow, but I want, let's see. Gray is here, but I wanna use a different color. So maybe I'll go with, because I haven't get my color yet. Maybe I'll go with, if I use celery, it's gonna take too much. Maybe I'll go with this yellow. What do you think? I think this is Daisy. It's a very, not too bright yellow. It's just perfect. And And I think I'm gonna use this with some stain on top. Not as a cashew color. Ooh, that color too. Let me see, where is my cashew? Here. I like it, Nara. I like it, girl. Okay. Pale yellow. Hi, my beautiful girl. How are you, my dear? Good seeing you, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see that cashew, girl. You're not late, my friend. Oh, yes, Nara. I really like the cashew. Okay, we're going to go with this one, my friend. I will use this for next time because this is a beautiful color. All right. So here we go. I'll see. Okay. All right. So we are going to, all right. We're going to do the same. We're going to paint over and then just bring some edges down, distressing. And then this is super quick. This is a beautiful color, pale color. There's so many ways, beautiful colors that you can use with this transfers. Let's see. And then with the antique look, okay. Thank you, girl. Thank you, my friend, for sprinkling the love. Thank you, my dear. All right, this is super, I like this color a lot. Okay, and I think just one cut with this looks good. Perfect. I'll do the back later. All right. So, but for this time, I'm gonna use a different wax. Maybe I'll go with antique wax. I like the look as well. So I will use my glaze for something else. What's the base color? I went with cashew. I went with cashew color from Beverly. I like it, I know, good suggestion. I like this color, I use it all the time, can you tell? I have to get more of this. All right, we wanna make sure this is all dry. Beverly cashew, yes, my dear. Sandra, are you crafting already? Thank you, Mimi. Besides Sandra, anybody else is crafting? Because I know Sandra, she's crafting. Anybody is working for Valentine's, or are you jumping straight to Easter and spring? What is the difference between glaze and wax? My experience. Glaze, it gives more kind of like a soft look, and you can control how much glaze do you want on your project. So I watered down mine so it was super soft, but the wax, it's more deep color. So that's what I see in my projects, and that's what I think of those two difference. So every time when I'm using either I want to use a glaze or wax, I always have to think how I'm going to use those, because there's no way you can bring a glaze over the wax. So for the wax, usually I use as well clear wax. That way I can control how much wax I want on my project. But it's just depends, what do you want? What look do you want for your project? Okay. So this is all dry. And I'm gonna sand the edges, because I like those edges, distressing edges. So I'm using my 80, my sanding. And now with my 220, I'll go to the inside. Okay. So the glaze, it's more runny, more water, and the wax is more thicker. So here you have, okay? So you don't see the edges so much, but I'm gonna use wax for this one. All right, my friends. So here comes my bunny. Let me see. Mimi, you use this color a lot. It's very popular, girl. Everybody uses this color. I'm glad I have this on hand. I love this color. Sandra says, I want to start doing my stencil, but I had to repaint both of my big boards, and because they had a little... Oh, okay, so you're letting it dry. Good, Sandra. Yes, let it dry. Very good, before you bring your stencils. Nice, Narita. Have fun, my friend. Girl, you have to teach us how you do your paper roses. I know, but just the basic. Carol, you love cashew. That is a beautiful, beautiful color, my friend. I know, I use it a lot. I've been using it a lot, but usually I use more antique white. But the color is very, very unique. All right. All right, so here we go again. We're gonna varnish it. With our Essential Stencil tool transfer. So we're gonna start here. So Narita, Are you making a lot of paper roses? Are you getting orders already, Nara? Okay. So as you see, I'm removing the backing paper, the clear paper. Taking my time. Don't rush it. With one hand you are varnishing and the other one you are bringing the clear paper, helping to bring that back to you. It looks super cute. Girl, paper roses would be beautiful for Valentine's, right? I know. Nada have to teach us how to do those paper roses. I'm allergic to real flowers. Oh, Carol. Hi, my friend. I don't know what I'm allergic to, but I'm sneezing lately a lot. I think it's the weather, but yeah. Those paper roses, they're beautiful. Okay, so we have our transfer here. So now we're gonna give the vintage, the antique look, a little bit of distressing. So I'm gonna use this dark wax. This is antique wax, but I'm not gonna use a lot. It's brown. Nice, Nada. Oh yes, Cash is perfect. Yay! Kathy, you are too, my friend. And you know what? Yesterday I was sneezing, having a little congestion, but then I took Benadryl for allergies and that helped. So definitely I'm having allergies. Of what? The weather, flower, because I've been working with my backyard, but it's something that is making me sicky. All right, so I'm gonna get my thing. So I'm gonna do a small test. I always do that before I go super deep. Okay, I like it. First is the edges. You don't have to use, after you finish with your transfer, you don't have to use your wax or glaze, but that depends on you, my friend. So here's just an inspiration for you, if you like it, and if you wanna try. I am trying for you. Okay, so now, with the leftover that I have, I'm just going to blend it with the wood and my transfer. I'm not using a lot. I'm just using what I have from the leftover. So the color change, but it looks more antique. Okay? So now I'm doing the same thing on the edges. The other side. Buff it up. dark in the edges, and that's it. Just on the edges. I see gold here. I didn't use gold, but it looks like it was from the previous project, but it looks beautiful. All right, puff it up. And now here you have. Okay, so you see the edges. So now my home decor have the antique, the vintage look, the old look. Okay. So you see the gold? Maybe a little bit of gold, maybe a little bit, just one touch, one hinge, that's it. Just to make it similar with this one, because I wasn't planning. Okay, maybe here. Like a dry brushing. Okay, and maybe here. Okay. So now my bunny has the antique look. So you see I use wax, dark wax for this. I use just a little bit of that wax. And for my other bunny, I use a glaze. Okay, so I use glaze for here and dark wax for here. Okay, so in this area I control my glaze more, and I buff it off using a baby wipes. And for this one, I just love the look. Thank you, my dear. How are you, Cheryl? How are you, my friend? I didn't see you. So nice seeing you here, my friend. Thank you so much for the comment. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, my dear. So these two projects we did together. So I hope you are inspired. Hope you get this idea and try. Use any stencil you have on hand, but this is just beautiful. And remember, my friends, you are using the ribbon transfers from Essential Stencil. Okay, so we use this ones. This is from the bundle, and we use it from the portrait bunny. Okay, thank you, my girls. Thank you, my friends. It's time for us to go and enjoy the evening. We're gonna go watch some football. Hi, Audrey. I didn't see you coming in. How are you, girl? Thank you, my dears. Hope you're enjoying this live. Sprinkle the love for us. Thank you for all the beautiful comments, for all the support, for the hearts. Makes me so happy seeing you all here. Oh, Kathy, my pleasure, my friend. My pleasure. Feel better. You know I'm here for you. Thank you, Narita. Thank you, Audrey. Thank you, my girls. Many blessings for you all. I will see you soon. Thank you for hanging out. And remember, we did these two together. Bye, my dears. Bye, Martha. Bye, Cheryl. Bye, Mimi. Bye, my dears. Hashtag Street Play if you're watching later. Have a blessed night. Bye, Susan. Bye, my friend. Thank you. Bye-bye.